face how I deliver. My game too cold.
And we come to you from one of the truly iconic stadiums in the NFL as you get a look at Lambeau Field here in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Green Bay Packers. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
We got sack.
59. Mike's 59. What's the run? They're running it.
Red 80. Red 80.
A first down throw. Darnold completes it to Lee. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Here's Darnold. And he'll get that to Fournette, complete. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. At 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
Call it a 3-yard gain, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Go!
Mike's 59. I'm coming.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Darnold, he's going to rifle one deep left side. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Kevin King with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he'll lose yardage and be down at the 7-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. From the gun, it's Rodgers. And he finds his tight end, Graham. And a productive gain out to the 14 after starting at the 7. It's a gain of 7. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Check, 47.
You're going to get up.
I'm coming up to you.
Plant.
47.
Go to 50. Hey, you block over here.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Hey, Alpha.
47 is the mic.
50.
From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And they will score. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. Jason Sanders now for the extra point. And this is up and good. The score now 7-0 Jaguars.
Makes the score Jaguars 7, Packers nothing.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They had the auspicious beginning to the season, a first drive turnover. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10.
Check the hot read. Switch.
Team right. Over.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 21-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
I'm coming.
Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. A big run there by Jones. 54 yards.
First down. 1st and 10.
So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10.
Hey, we are going.
They'll run it with Jones. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2.
Brings up 2nd and 12.
We 19.
Jaguars 27-yard line.
I don't even know why this team showed up.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a 3rd and about 7 left. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Like a freight train off the edge, Calais Campbell with a sack. Now to try the field goal, here's Daniel Carlson. This one from 48 yards away.
48-yard attempt.
And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because, you know, after the sack, there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Dancing to his left. Now he'll throw deep left side. That's caught inside the 20. And he takes it down deep into Green Bay territory. After 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage moves from their own 25 all the way to the red zone now for 1st and 10. This is Fournette. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer.
1 yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
You must. Check. There we go.
On 2nd and 9, Darnold looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I know you felt like saying touchdown there, didn't you, partner? That looked like a sure 6 points, but the contact jarred it free.
Got his hands on it, could not hold on through the end of the play. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Right, check, 59, 59.
Hey, we heavy on the edges, heavy on the edges.
Hey, Orbis.
Here we go.
To throw is Darnold. The open man is Shark. It's complete. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike to 59. Hey, tight down. There you go.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. So they're back at the 7 now for 3rd and goal. Here's Darnold. His pass caught at the 4. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. They're able to hold him to 3 there, and that leads to a 4th and goal. Sanders' kick is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10 to 3. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. It was Taven Bryan who got him down defensively.
If you're looking for glory, looking to get your name in the headlines, you do not want to play nose tackle. But how about what we just saw there? The ability to hold people up, take on extra blocks, and actually slip them and make a tackle on that play. That's big time.
He's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones, 65 yards. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Well, they were just hoping that run would pick up the 1st. They got the whole enchilada.
And I'm so used to teams on 3rd down, doesn't matter how far they need for a 1st down, throwing the ball. Instead, they run it, and as you said, picked up the 1st down, and then some, and then some. In fact, everything, all the way for a touchdown. Terrific play.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Kevin King with a pick. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air. And then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Watch the twist, watch the twist.
Jones. Up from the secondary to make the tackle, Jalen Ramsey.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest game, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. And that's complete to Adams. 16 yards, a 1st down.
It's a gain of 16 yards.
2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Now Rodgers, forced out, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Calais Campbell able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Working from the gun, Rodgers. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And that hits the right upright and caroms away. It's no good. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2. So plenty of leg, but it's the accuracy there that lets him down.
Yeah, he hit it really well. I think this might have been good from 55, but you'll see it just conk off that upright, and they're denied a chance at 3 points.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Stay with your man. Watch the eye.
Darnold. Under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Here we go. Hey, Zoo. Here we go. Check 91. 91 is the mic.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. And the pressure gets to him again. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. This is taken at the 15. 12 yards on the return that time, and it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half, all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. Couple completions, you string them together, could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
Rodgers now on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to send this one deep. He's got a man complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 33 yards that time.
Watch the run. Watch the run. Kill. Shoot.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. He's got Smith here. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam.
This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
He's going to loft one deep. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Jaguars. DJ Chark in the final seconds of the first half. And the Jaguars have taken the lead.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Yeah, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone.
At their own 25-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, we'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
Come on, fellas.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. It's a first down following a gain of 3. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 13 yards, first down, Packers.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Shoot! Watch out!
Now a first down carry by Jones. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
Check, 47. I got one. Put a 50. Check, Mike, 47.
Now they'll throw with Rodgers. It's caught here by Adams. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
Hey, Delta. You. 47, Mike. 43,
Rodgers now from the gun on third down. And Rodgers intercepted a third time. Picked off by the Michigan man, Jake Ryan. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
After the interception, here's Darnold. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. A Jacksonville first down on a pickup of 17.
Let's go,
On first down, it's Darnold. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Now it's Darnold. That one complete. He finds Shark.
Here we go.
First and goal at the 9-yard line.
Check, 59. Coming, baby, I'm coming, baby.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Jim.
They'll give Ford out another crack. He gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that will bring up an interesting decision here on 4th and goal. The kick by Sanders is good. And they double him up here. That makes our score 20-10. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the third quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And 3 interceptions in this game. I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. It's a gain of 20 as we wind down near 20 seconds left in the quarter. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. And that is going to do it. Action. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Tighten up. Check safety. Shift. Back on. Fresno. Watch twist.
On second down now, it's Jones, and he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. The offense on third down tonight, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. They're looking at third and a few inches. And Jones is not going to have the first down as they stop him short. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Rodgers to throw for it on 4th. Flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. Rodgers now on first down. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And avoids the contact by sliding. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first.
26. Hey, foxtrot. Check. Here we go.
Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Sacked by the outside backer, Telvin Smith.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Open on the left side, this is Valdez-Scantling. And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9. That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it. Rodgers going to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Carlson able to put this one through. And that will tighten this one up a bit. Now a one-score game at 20-13. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays they're going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. Call it a gain of 3, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Darnold from the gun. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And they will score. It's a Packer touchdown. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
A very important extra point there, up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. Fitting for what's been a tight ball game. We're all even at 20 now as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They begin with a run by Fournette. space to maneuver at the 40. All tied up, less than 2 minutes to go. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They keep it with Fournette on first down. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. Stop made there by Gerald McCoy.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
You ain't going nowhere. Take it.
On second down, here's Fournette. And an alley to run. Past the 20. Touchdown, Jaguars. A great play there. 44 yards. And they're able to break the tie and move out in front here in this fourth quarter. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the second extra point he's missed so far. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They're down here in a one-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor. And he can't get a throw-off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Finding his way home for the sack that time, Taven Bryan. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Back to throw. The connection made. It's Graham. And he'll be out of bounds right around the 20. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
They'll look to throw. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's fourth down. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
So down 6, and they know they need this one on fourth down. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And defensively, that might just seal a Week 1 victory.
Strip the ball. Strip that ball.
Fournette, a first down carry. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. They'll run it again with Fournette. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. On third down, Fournette. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Now the Packers going to burn their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. Sanders' kick is good. And that will make this a 9-point lead. So barring something extraordinary here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Yeah, they've got to find 2 scores. So, we're not going to exactly move it over there yet. It can be done, but boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for them, isn't it?
Yeah, they would have to move incredibly quick and have some luck, too.
At their own 23-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quick.
And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Calais Campbell able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. So this will be a win for Jacksonville. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Yeah, real football.
Not preseason football where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first whistle.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason, and now I'm listening to you. So for the Jags, not much to complain about here. They come in and steal a victory in a tough place to play on a Sunday night. And they'll have another road date next week with the Indianapolis Colts. Meanwhile, for Green Bay, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans.